off my head to music that ain't even playing.
Yeah, no music.
All
No
right.
music. That's like how they do it.
That's right.
No music. No music. Welcome back to Open Invite, a show where community, culture, and entertainment intersects. I'm Anthony Jr.
And I'm Cyn.
And today is such a beautiful day.
It's a good day.
Yeah,
it's
how
a
you
good
feeling?
day. I'm doing well. You're the one who's sick. How are you feeling?
I'm actually feeling better.
Okay.
Like I said, it was weird because I'm not coughing, I'm not sneezing. I just had crazy body chills, But this was just telling me, and my body just,
you need to slow down.
You need to slow down. You need to relax.
Because you were in Portland, got back, and then got sick.
Yeah, but this was the crazy part. It was like, so I wasn't expecting Portland to be like the weather change to be that crazy, where it was like Friday and Saturday it rained, but originally it was like kind of looking like maybe for an hour or two it was gonna rain and stuff. So I didn't really bring a North Face or any type of crazy jacket to protect me from the weather.
You know better. You know better.
This is when I started to slip up because then I'm like, I'm turning up with the t-shirts, fucking shorts.
You know what? Well, I appreciate you being here because I was like, we need to do something today because we had so many things scheduled. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So I feel better now. Okay. So I'm just right now, like I told you, I'm sweating through my teeth.
Y'all don't look at his teeth, okay?
Yeah, I'm gonna try my best not to lift up my armpits so that way y'all don't see what's going on.
Okay. Well, I have a couple of things that I wanted to talk about today.
Yeah.
I told you before that I always do research before I do any episode, right?
Yeah.
And one of the things that stood out to me was a recent note that you put on your Instagram notes. And it stood out because it's a little, what's the word? It's just very direct.
Wow.
Yeah, so for the audience, this is what Anthony said verbatim, okay? He said, they want my spot, but simply cannot.
Ooh.
Let's talk about that.
I feel like a rapper. Oh my God. Yeah. So to start off,
give us some background.
To start off, I usually put a lot of random stuff on my IG notes.
You do.
Just because it's like just how I'm feeling. But I think for that one specifically, I just felt like it's kind of like a talk my shit, but I'm humble a little bit still.
Come on,
just because, just because I feel like there's some people that don't respect the OGs.
Let me pause you for a second because I don't want you speaking in circles because you're always asking me for the tea. I need details. Okay, so tell me what is going on. You don't have to obviously give the details, right?
Yeah.
But give us an idea of the actual reason why you had to kind of talk your stuff.
Okay, I think what it is because there's people that, like back home in Atlanta, people respect the OGs. And when I say the OGs, I'm talking about like the people that have put in the work or laid the blueprint, the foundation for whatever industry you're in. So whether it be in entertainment, you're a DJ or an MC or an artist or something, you have put down some level of work to be respected as such. I think sometimes in Seattle, that same respect may not be granted.
Ooh, okay.
And sometimes I don't like seeing that people feel as though they need to skip steps to get to either where we are as a brand, as a business, or other people that are also in the same category.
Okay.
Because right now a lot of people are doing events or they're doing all of these different things. And we know they're kind of skipping steps as to how they've been building community or how they've been building all of these different facets to, stepping out and partying and stuff like that. And I just feel like it just doesn't look, it goes back to the last, fabrication.
Fabrication.
It's very real.
Okay.
You gotta quit it.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's really what's been coming down to it, you know.
Okay.
That's really what I've been seeing.
Okay. So then let's unpack that a little bit more because
Yeah.
I do have a few questions for you,
Yeah.
right? I'm thinking about even my own journey. There have been times where I find myself inspired by what people are doing in such a way that I use that as a foundational tenant or blueprint for whatever it is that I'm building, right? Not necessarily fabricating, but one of my former bosses used to call it borrowing brilliance, right? Because people are brilliant. There's so many people out here who are creating beautiful things and, et cetera, et cetera. So where do we draw the line between this person is actually just not respecting the dynamics within the landscape that we're operating in, or this person is inspired by what I'm doing? Because I feel like it can kind of get a little tricky to navigate that.
Yeah, I think honestly, like, there's a such thing called being over-inspired. And when you're over-inspired, that's like to the point where you can't depict what it's yours and what is somebody else's.
Okay.
And then from there you start to, everything is just a mirror image of what it is that you were inspired by.
Okay.
And you can't really tell the difference, and you can't really show like, hey, this is something that I added on that is, original, or something that I added on into this. Some people get to the point where they're just like, I can be inspired by this or inspired by that, but you can't tell the difference. And it's just a mere copy and paste.
Okay, so the distinction here is you're literally taking what has been developed and putting your name on it as if it's yours.
It's like clothing. Like, some people make clothes that is a copy and paste.
Okay.
I mean, I don't want to call out brands, but like, it's like, that there's certain brands that are out there that are a copy and paste of something that we've looked at. And that's probably with fast fashion, because we know that fast fashion is the cheaper route to, getting off on the luxury brands and stuff. But at the same time, we know because you're paying a cheaper price, that's the difference, But it could be the same things, like the fox leather and the real leather, cowhide leather.
Yeah.
It's you can tell,
Okay.
But it looks the same, but it's
But it's different.
It's different.
Okay, so then I'm gonna play devil's advocate here, because I feel like I want to give a different perspective just in case there is a different layer to this that we can look at this from, right? Do you think that it also might be because the OGs might not feel approachable, right? Because I know that sometimes there are misconceptions about who we are as people simply because folks see us in a certain light, so they assume we're certain types of people, when in real life we're actually down to earth, approachable, we're supportive, we're pouring into people, so on and so forth, right? So then do you feel like it's also a responsibility of the OGs to say, hey, if you need support, I got you, reach out to me? So how intentional are you in creating the space where folks can say, hey, Aunt, like, you've been doing this a long time. Y'all are doing a great job. Let me connect with you. What's up?
Yeah, I think that's actually a good point, because I typically make an effort to like step out of like my zone, or step out of like not even having to be specifically at my event, to going to other people's events that maybe they're just kind of starting up, or just, trying to figure out what works and what doesn't work. Like, even yesterday I was at an event, and the organizer was very appreciative that I came by, showed love and stuff like that. But he also took the time to ask questions about what it is that I did, or what it is that we did during this time frame, to kind of get some advice as well. Those are the type of stuff that I like, because when you kind of just do it without really having I don't know, like, it's like, if you just do it just without reason, it's like, I don't know, it's just weird to me. But if you have a conversation, ask for a little bit of clarity behind, yo, Anthony, why did you guys do this during this time frame? X, Y, and Z. Then there's a little bit more insight. There's a little bit more details that are given to why this was done during this time. And then from there, take inspo from that and kind of go from there. I think maybe what it is that I don't kind of like the copy and paste without the conversation.
Yeah, I hear
That's
you.
kind of, I think, what it is.
I hear you.
Honestly.
I hear you. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I just had to ask.
Yeah. But it's really.
I was curious. I mean, you're the OG.
Yeah, I mean.
So what are you doing on your end?
Yeah.
Yeah, to make yourself accessible.
Yeah, I think that's one of those things too, where there's people that kind of make themselves inaccessible, and then from there, that's when it kind of comes off weird. Because I've been places where, you got somebody that's a prominent organizer and they never show up for anybody's stuff. And it's like, how are you a community builder, but you don't support other communities?
Yep.
Doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make sense.
Because then I'm like here wasting my time, like, man, I want to show love to this person. I want to spend money at the bar because I know they may get a percentage, or I want to buy a ticket because they use that to pay themselves back. But we're doing this all for you, but really, how am I getting the same treatment back?
Yeah. Yeah. I hear
it's like it's a double-edged sword.
It is.
It is. Unfortunately. But I think that's something that we have to figure out as a community in Seattle to kind of get that out the way, because, being from Atlanta is a very collaborative city. Yeah. You think about entertainment, think about what Tyler Perry is doing over there with bringing so many different people over to his studio to make all these, movies, And,
now, I don't know that I would mention Tyler Perry right now.
I know, but hey,
and it's very relevant.
I know, but
I get the work ethic, but I'm just like, today is we probably shouldn't mention anything about Mr. Perry, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah. But but let's think about this. Think about they're gonna cancel me. They're gonna cancel me. I'm sorry, team.
Okay. Should I get up and what are we doing? Okay, okay, I'm nervous. Go ahead. Say it. Go ahead. Go ahead. What you about to say?
No, I'm joking.
No, say it.
I'm not even gonna say it.
Say it.
I'm not gonna say it. But what I will say, just look at the music industry right now. So you think about one of my favorite artists, Future from Atlanta. Think about Young Thug, you think about Gunna, you think about Lil Baby, you think about all these artists, 21 Savage. Very, very collaborative industry.
Absolutely.
All of them make music with each other. They all go up together. They all go down with each other as well. That is the reason why Atlanta music scene has been prominent.
Absolutely.
New York in the 90s was just like that. But then now everybody in New York, they are kind of all solo. So it's like it doesn't have that collaborativeness that came along with it, But I'm saying all that to say, I think Seattle got to do a little bit better being able to be a little bit more collaborative in the sense of supporting one another and figuring out ways on how to even if it's maybe not your music choice, or maybe it's not your type of tea, figure out a way to show support for it.
For sure. So then here's what I would actually give you as a practical step that you could take, right? Yeah. Being that you are an OG in this space, being that you've been really plugged into community. So within the work that I do in my day job, one of the things that we do before we do any type of work in a specific community is we just hear insights from them about where specific gaps are showing up, right? So that way, whatever it is that we're creating because it's been identified as we have this area here that's an area of opportunity, and we need these specific resources, or we need this specific support. And I feel like, it's easy to get caught up in actually just doing the work, right? So for instance, what you all have been doing is y'all have just been doing the work, and y'all have been doing a beautiful job. I would be curious to hear from other organizers, other creatives, other people who put community events and bring community together, about ways in which they feel like they would love to collaborate and really plug into broader networks, right? Because if everyone is operating in a silo, the community doesn't really grow, right? For instance, one of the things that I feel like one of our previous guests, Blast, does a really good job at is he's very intentional about plugging into community and different networks and then bringing people together to where everyone is able to, in some way, shape, or form, eat from the pot, right? But that requires intentionality. And so within the space that you operate in, I would challenge y'all, just, whenever y'all get some capacity, carve out time where you bring out the creatives, you bring out the organizers, you bring out the people who are wanting to build community or building community, and hear about areas of opportunity for actual collaboration versus assuming what people need. Actually hearing the specific needs, I think, makes a difference.
Yeah, we actually were talking to one another about figuring out ways on maybe even doing a roundtable discussion.
I would love that. That would be beautiful.
And maybe it being documented in a way where people can get the information that they need from the conversation, from just different organizers, DJs, MCs, etc. All just different facets of the perspective of where everything is at, because we know that we see so many different things going on in the nightlife that
it's a lot.
It's a lot. And we want to be able to educate people on that. So maybe it comes down to that. You know?
And maybe y'all might have to be the people to do it.
Yeah.
I challenge you.
I might actually do that.
Yeah. Got some work to do, sir.
Yeah.
So then in that, so when people do, operate in such a way that they're not honoring or respectful, because we also have to be honest, some people just don't know how to be respectful. Some people just don't know how to honor others, right? And if they step on your toes or do something that is, harmful to the work that you're doing, do you operate in such a way that you cut people off, or do you give people grace? Do you hold grudges? I'm curious how you navigate that, right? Because I'm sure people are like, ooh, does he mess with me, or is he mad at me for such and such that happened last year or 2 years ago?
That's a good question. I don't really hold grudges because I understand that this is business at the end of the day, but this is a way for everybody else to kind of think about it.
Okay.
For example, Cyn, when it was your birthday, was there a time that you may have not gotten a gift? How did you feel about that?
I didn't really care.
You didn't really care?
Yeah. But I'm also not like a... Okay, but I'll let you get to your point. Let me answer again. I was really sad.
You were sad?
Yeah, I was disappointed.
Okay. So you were disappointed, right?
Stop being dramatic.
I felt like...
I was fine. But get to the point, though.
It's about to be a funny thing,
okay,
so check this out. So you were disappointed.
Yeah.
You didn't get the gift, right? And it could have been something that maybe you really wanted, right? Was it June 15th, 16th? I didn't get a gift for Father's Day.
You know what? All right.
I got a lot of sons in this thing. I didn't get a gift.
You know what?
I got a lot of sons. Nobody gave me a gift, not even a tie or nothing. I didn't show a lot of... I'm joking.
Why are you like this? I thought you were getting to a really good point.
I'm not getting to no real point.
I said, what point is he trying to make?
But think about it. It's kind of it's like, damn, yo. Not even a thank you, man.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
Sometimes I
can't take it serious. I'll let you finish your point. He got sons. Okay, come on. Okay.
Not even a gift on Father's Day is ridiculous. No socks, boxers, ties, nothing?
Nothing.
Oh my God,
sorry.
That one kind of hurt me.
I'm sorry. But you don't hold grudges though.
No, I don't hold grudges. So I kind of still I still say what up to everybody.
Okay.
I still give them a fist pump and all that. So we all good. But I was like, damn, man, I didn't put a lot of people on.
Right.
And nobody gave me a damn tie. Oh,
dang.
man, that one hurt me.
Dang. And I know you're being funny, but also I always say there's a little bit of truth that's kind of hidden within, the jokes, right?
Yeah.
Because there's some truth there,
Yeah.
right? Like, do you actually get the respect that you feel like you deserve?
So I think like what it is that obviously people that understand, it's just like for anybody that is in any industry. Anybody that opens up the door, paves the way, there are people that look at it, pay attention, they respect it, and they're gonna take out the moment to say thank you
Absolutely.
for doing that.
Absolutely.
Thank you for looking out, because without you doing this or without you doing that, I may have not been able to do this either. But then obviously there's people that are like, they don't really care. They just like, he did it, she did it, I can do it.
Yeah.
And we just keep moving. So I think that's what it is in general. I think that's pretty much what it's always been. I think for me, being from Atlanta, Georgia, that's what we've always been kind of like seen. Because we see people that have opened up their own nightclubs, restaurants, bars, and they've done it, and we see it, and we're like,
yeah,
we salute you.
Absolutely.
I'll give you a story like this. There was a time when I was in college, I had no idea how people were able to rent out spots to do events at. I had no idea. That was a new concept for me. I was like, okay, we're just gonna do house parties. I had a house, my friend I don't have a house, but apartment.
Right.
Friend got an apartment. We're just gonna do parties there. It's gonna be easy. We're just gonna do that. It's all good to go. But then when people started inviting me to go to places that they were doing a party at, but it wasn't at their house, it was a completely new concept. And I was like, how are they doing this?
Right. Yeah.
They're not getting in trouble. All the alcohol is there already. How are they doing this? It wasn't until like obviously being in Seattle and getting acclimated to that type of experience, which is what led me to knowing, oh, you can rent these spots out to do this type of stuff, Because for the most part, for me, I was pretty naive, and I thought that you had to own the spot to then be able to do it. I didn't think people were just letting you rent it out, So crazy thing enough. I mean, we see it now, so it's good to see that wasn't the end all be all.
Right, but because and it wasn't the end all be all because you actually took the journey.
Yeah.
I think about even where we are. Let's just even think the context of Open Invite today. We have been talking about this or creating something for a very long time, right? When we finally started creating, there's a lot that we've already learned within the last few months.
Yeah.
Because of that experience. Something about being immersed within an experience changes the entire dynamic of what it is that you're pulling from it, right? And it requires you actually taking those steps and getting started and doing and learning and failing and doing again and learning and failing and doing again, right? And I think that's just the journey of life. And I think that's even one of the, going back to the dynamic around, these are your sons, right? Like, because you said it, I'm just quoting you, or, quoting other artists who've said it. But even going back to that, what I would encourage you to tell your sons is to try and try and try again, right? Because it's going to require them actually doing the work. It's going to require them actually going through the process. There is no better teacher than process. Like, you have to do it, you have to go through it, and you have to learn. So,
No, that's real.
Yeah, I filtered myself. I had to,
you had to filter it. I mean, Nicki Minaj, she uses that line so many times.
Right?
She always thinks everybody's her son, She has so many different ways of how she says it, but oh my gosh, that was funny. Funny.
Yeah. So y'all just do the work. It's hard work.
Yeah.
It's necessary work.
Yeah.
The process is important.
Yeah. But what about you? Like, with all of this, do you feel like when either somebody does you wrong or things are not going in your favor because of somebody else's lack of. Do you hold grudges over on those people?
Don't. I have one of the more like nonchalant type personalities in the sense that I let things just kind of roll off my back.
Okay.
But I'll say this. Practically, it's because I've cultivated a life where if I feel something, I pause. I reflect, and then I kind of go through the process of, okay, so why am I feeling this way?
Yeah.
What kind of emotion is this? Is this anger? Is this frustration?
Yep.
You know, identifying what it is that I'm feeling and then kind of leaning into it to figure out, okay, so what's the reason for it, right? Because when all is said and done, none of us are perfect. We all make mistakes. We all do things. And because of that, I understand that humans will be just that, humans.
Yeah.
You know, people are going to do things that we don't like, that we don't appreciate. And so because of that, I'm able to release and let it go and let it be. However, it doesn't mean that I bring you back into my journey the way that we once were.
Yeah.
You know, if you do me wrong, okay, cool. I peeped that.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
Noted. God bless you. God keep you.
Yeah.
And we're good. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean that we have to do life together.
Yeah.
So I don't hold grudges, but also because there's too much going on.
Yeah, life is short.
Life is short. We got a lot to do. I don't have the patience to be wondering why this person did this to me. Man, I got stuff to do.
Yeah, got stuff to do.
Yeah.
I don't have time to remember that somebody else is mad at me
Right.
or upset with me.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't have time for it. So no, I don't. I'm intentional about not holding grudges because when all is said and done, we're human.
So what would you say in the difference between not holding grudges, but then knowing that like you've had to put an end to a friendship, relationship, X, Y, and Z? What would you say is the difference between that?
Ooh, the difference I think for me is when it becomes harmful.
Gotcha.
Right? When it gets to the point where I don't trust that you have my best interest at heart, I can't do life with you, period.
Yeah.
If I can't trust that I'm safe with you, I can't do life with you, period. Again, no hard feelings. God bless you, God keep you, like I said, okay? However, I can't do life with you because if I can't just operate and be who I am and know I'm not watching my back to see, did this person say this? Did this person do this? Are they talking? You know, I don't know what your intentions are. I can't. So for me, when it gets to the point where it's harmful and not good for my well-being, that's when I can really say, all right, I'm cool off you.
Yeah.
But again, no hard feelings.
Yeah.
But I'm cool off you.
Yeah, I think I'm the same way too, because it's one thing of noting that, you know, we've had our turmoil and we're no longer seeing eye to eye.
Yeah.
And wish you the best, but I'm good.
I'm good.
I'm good. I'm not losing sleep.
Nope.
I'm getting 8 hours of sleep.
Listen,
so
one thing I don't play about is my sleep. I like my sleep way too much.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, absolutely.
yeah, now I'm starting to value sleep a little bit more now.
I hope so, because you'll be outside, gosh.
Yo, we need to find out how many times that Sid got to tell me that I'll be outside. I know I'll be outside. I know.
Because you do. I'd be like, dang, you guys, it's Tuesday. What are we doing? We are in Seattle. This is not DC.
I know I'll be outside. Oh my God, yeah.
Okay.
But I'm getting better at the sleep though.
Good.
I'm getting better. I've been sleeping like, I probably say minimum 10 hours.
Ooh.
These past couple of days.
But you've been sick.
Yeah, I was.
You had to sleep.
Yeah, but I do think now, like, I'm gonna start to actually really hone in on it because it's not worth it anymore.
No,
it's
not at all.
Just to be down for so long.
Because we're getting old.
Man.
When I tell you, I'm like, why are my knees hurting?
Yeah.
I just walked up it's just ridiculous.
Yeah. This reminds me of like a segment Kevin Hart he did when he's talking about when he used to be in his 20s and he used to drink. He used to be able to take shots back to back to back. But then now, like, I think now in his 40s, 50s, he take one shot and he don't remember where he at.
He done. He's done for.
And so it's like, like I gotta really start to really pay attention to my age. You know?
Yes.
Pay attention to my age when it comes down to all of that.
We are getting old, but this has been a good conversation.
Yeah.
I do have a couple of split decision questions for you, and so audience, as y'all know, we have our split decision segment where we ask questions that are really just a this or that type of dynamic, right? And so I have a few for you, and I'm curious to hear your thoughts because again, these niggas are your sons, right? Ooh. So first question. Here's a split decision. Do you clap back publicly or take the high road in silence?
Ah, man. Sometimes I gotta take the high road, but sometimes I do want to say something publicly.
You got one option.
I think I'm gonna take the high road. I think I'm gonna take the high road because of brands.
Try to get that money.
I'm hoping that I can maintain the money. You know what I mean?
Right.
If I say something publicly, we see it with all these people, like they lose deals and all that because of what they've said publicly. So I'll just have to take the high road, put my phone down, and then I'll just start cursing. I'll just start saying a whole bunch of crazy stuff, So, I'll do that.
And I've seen you exemplify that in real time, right? Because there's a situation where I won't give the details. And I said, I'll let you make this executive decision. And you know exactly what I'm talking about. Think about it, where I was like, you know what? You had asked me a specific question about an instance where you needed because now granted, I won't publicly call somebody out. Yeah. But also, like I said, if I feel like there's that disconnect that happens, I'm cool off you, right? And there's a situation where you had messaged me like, hey, Cyn, should I do this concerning some of the work that we're doing? And I said, I'll let you make that executive decision. And you took the high road. Yeah. And I'm proud of you because if it was up to me.
Yeah.
If it was up to me.
The high road, it's a tough pill to swallow, for sure. Yeah. But.
Oh, child. You better than me.
Yeah.
Okay, so then the other split decision is let people think what they want or go out of your way to correct their narrative. What you gonna do?
That's a tough one, too. I probably have to let people think what they want.
Ooh, okay.
The reason why is because people are going to talk whether you're doing good or bad. So you might as well let them talk about whatever. Yeah. The amount of time that I would take out of my personal day to correct everybody about every single thing that's going on, I probably won't have any time for me.
Yeah.
So I probably just need to be content in knowing that everybody may not know every single thing about me, and they may have facts incorrect.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. You'll just have to tune in to Open Invite to really to really get the lowdown.
To get the real, right. The real. Okay, I like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, what would you do?
I'm thinking about my personality, and by nature, I really don't be caring. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I care more about what the Lord thinks about me than what anybody else thinks about me, right? Yeah. So it's like if I'm walking in such a way that I can say, God sees my heart and God is pleased, that's what matters. And that's it. Anybody else's opinions, I don't even care. And that's it.
That's a good one. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, all right. So, and to wrap us up, you guys, our favorite artist, Mr. Anthony Jr., is going to be singing us out. I don't know what he's gonna sing, but he's gonna sing something. You could rap Nikki. You could do something, but
damn, I didn't even think about this song.
Let's close this out with a song.
I didn't even think of this one.
You be talking your stuff.
Yo, I'm like,
all
yeah,
the
I'm
time. When I tell you the little one-liners I see you say, I'm like, this is crazy.
Yeah, I'm like, I gotta look at my
Go
phone.
for your phone.
Let me look at my phone. I didn't even think of one today.
I mean,
come
on. Okay. I wish I had like I was a rapper, so I could get you started.
Yeah, look, come
I'm
on.
playing. I am not rapping on this camera. Y'all will not hear me rap.
Let's do it. Oh man, I'm here like, yo, I didn't even.
Look at me just bumping my head to music
I'm
that ain't even playing.
Yeah, no music.
All
No
right.
music. That's like how they do it in the
That's
club.
right.
When the DJ stops fucking up, no music. No music.
And on that note, we're done. You want to really close this out for real?
Thank you guys so much. This is Open Invite, conversations, community, culture, entertainment, all that good stuff. I'm Anthony Jr.
And I'm Cyn.
And we gotta go.
Yeah. See y'all soon.
Peace.
This nigga said no music.
I could not even